accept and not supporting the things that you aren't interested in supporting. So like, instead of going out here, you know, the same sort of thing, like that was what was driving all of my confusion for so long. Because instead of I wanted to feel validated as a woman, but I didn't feel validated as a woman. I felt like a man that was invalidated across the board. And so my behavior reflected an insecurity of feeling invalid regardless of what I was doing, instead of going into supporting the things that did make me feel valid for what I wanted to feel valid for. Yes, I wanted to feel valid as a guy because that's how I felt internally, but I also wanted to feel valid as a girl. And that's really what I've been doing. I've gotten mixed up plenty of times, but at the end of the day, that's what I'm striving for. That's what I'm going for. I can put on whatever the fuck I want to put on. I could take hormones to grow whatever hair I wanted to grow, or I could get whatever surgery I needed to grow in order to appear a way. But it's not going to change who I am internally if I haven't gone through those processes myself. I also don't think that, you know, sometimes you can force those things upon yourself, and I wouldn't say that that's healthy. And I just don't think that like it's best for people to reach for things outside of themselves for validation. I don't encourage people to religion. I don't encourage people to any of it. You know, I encourage people to know themselves. And this is me knowing myself. This is me being as honest as I can be. I experience things every day that affect me and change me. I'm changing every day. I'm a new person every day. Not even that I want to be, can't even help it. I go through experiences, I'm changed. I meet new people, I'm changed. I eat something, I'm changed. You know, so being honest is a process. And that's okay. And people don't have to understand, and they don't have to validate it, and it can upset people. It probably will. But if you're willing to be honest, and if you just continue to be honest, it's the best that there is. And what? Okay, so somebody is mad and somebody talks to me about it and I give them an honest answer and they're still mad. That's on them. You know, at least I'm being honest, and I can be happy with myself knowing that I'm honest. I sleep better at night knowing that I'm not fucking shit up for other people. That's me. That's me personally. Everybody has their own lives. Everybody has their own process. It works for them the way that it does. I personally believe that honesty is the best policy, only because I think that the truth is the only thing that is real, and that we live in a world that is so full of illusion. It's very hard to tell what the truth is. And that is the reason for so many of our issues, just our perceived, you know, social issues, is directly because of our unwillingness and incapacity to be able to decipher what is the truth and what isn't. And ultimately, the truth isn't what we define and what we can define. It is what proves to be the case time and time again. And that's why, again, people that gender dysphoria is so bad that they have to physically transition in order to feel valid, that doesn't take them away from truth. That is part of their truth. Part of their truth is being so honest with themselves, because the physical form that we are in, all of the shallow things that we could use to define ourselves aren't the truth. Those aren't the truth. Those are ways, tools, things that we use to get access to the truth. You know, so like we live in this society where everybody wants to, you know, argue what the truth is, but nobody's actually actively supporting it, even in their own lives. Half the people I know that are so aggressive about, you know, trans people fucking cheat on their partners and think it's fine. I also don't have a problem with polyamory. I personally think it's all perfectly good. I think that being honest is what's important. Being honest, I think there is a variety of spectrums that human beings can choose to exist within. Honesty is the way that we can know that we actively are existing in those things, that we're not just living in an illusion and building off more illusions and eventually setting ourselves up for absolute failure when the truth is going to reveal itself. It continues to, you know, and we can fight it, but that's the importance of knowing ourselves. I don't want people out here doing all this crazy shit just to fight the truth, you know? Yeah, it's hard to accept that we feel a lot of ways and I'm not comfortable, and maybe I'm not like a full person in that way, or I'm not, gonna meet everybody's standard for what is acceptable and stuff. Those are hard pills to swallow, for sure. It isn't an easy thing, to be honest. It isn't. But I also think that that's largely in part because we don't live in an honest society. The more honest all of us can become, the less risk there is in being honest, But as long as there's liars and cheaters and deceivers that are benefiting off of a deceitful society that is unfair and restrictive and suppressive,